Hello and welcome back to yet another interesting video on this channel. In today's video, we'll build workflow AI agents using Rust. In a previous video, we already dumped Python for AI in favor of Rust safety. So AI agents in Rust will basically take us to a whole new level of smartness ensuring safety. We did cover basics of agents, function calling in a previous video. Should be popping somewhere on right top. Make sure to click it, watch it before moving on to this one. But today we'll specifically focus on a step further and talk about workflow agents. So let's dive into it and let's start. Before we start building workflow agents, it's worth discussing what exactly are workflow agents and why do we need it. So workflow agents orchestrate multiple agents in predictable patterns, and those patterns could be sequential pipelines, parallel execution, or iterative loops. So think of it, a team of agents working to get a job done. So in sequential, we have one agent and then another agent and the third agent. Now this could be let's call it a R, which is a reader. This could be an A, which is, let's say, analyzer, and then at the end we have a planner, so let's call this P. So they work in a sequential order. We start with the reader or extractor, which given information is extracting the information. Then we have analyzer, and at the end we have a planner. So we start the pipeline from here and go all the way to here. So this is how your workflow agents work. Similarly, we can have parallel execution as well, where say we start with all three agents working simultaneously. Let's say we give a product, one is analyzing the security vulnerabilities, another agent is analyzing the UX, and the last agent is basically analyzing the website as a whole. So we could have parallel executions, then we could have iterative loops where say a reader and analyzer keeps on discussing with one another in a loop until we want to break that loop. So that's how we can have multiple patterns or pipelines of similar agents, which we'll build in a minute. But basically we need these workflow agents when we have specific agents with specific specialties to make the thing or the job get done in a very context aware manner. Let's say in this example, as we have our reader is only responsible for reading the input and extracting the information and then passing it over to the analyzer, which then, let's say, analyzes, maybe put a priority, and at the end it just hands it over to the planner, which then maybe have access to tools like Jira or some other tools to create your tickets and stuff and plan out how to handle the situation. So let's start building the workflow agent to get a better view of the things. So our setup remains the same. We'll use ADK Rust, which provides sufficient tooling for us to help build AI agents in Rust. And the model will be using Ollama to cater the mass audience on the channel. We'll focus on Ollama, but everything remains the same if you're using some premium providers as well, like OpenAI, Gemini, Anthropic, but we'll just stick to free. And then we have some miscellaneous crate to help us complete our application. So first of all, we have our model with Ollama config. I'm using Llama 3.2, and since Ollama we have up and running and serving on our local, so no need to provide any path or port unless you're not running it on the default setup. And if you don't know how to set up, there's a video popping on your right top. Make sure to click it, watch it. And then we have our first agent from our agent builder, and we name it as incident reader, just what we discussed in the diagram. So the responsibility or the system prompt is read the raw incident description and extract the key facts, identify service symptoms and the timeline. And then we just give it the output key. So this agent has to output whatever the result is in this output variable, which is incident facts. Then we quickly have our second agent, which is impact analyzer, and the responsibility is based on the incident facts, which is right here. Determine severity, low, medium, high, and potential customer impact. So the output is inside impact analysis. And then we have a cool little tool. We call it create incident ticket. and we pass the ticket ID and it outputs a Jira ticket with ID. Now here we can potentially call some service and get a ticket as well, but for now we'll stick with the basics since we are learning the concepts. Once we learn the concepts completely in the project videos, we'll be building full-fledged agents which call then like real world tools. And then we have our action planner, and the job is create a short action plan, then create incident ticket using tool. So we have a tool, and then provide the title and severity. So these are our three agents. Now, if you look at the problem that we are trying to solve, then we need a sequential pipeline. And if you can like pause a minute and think about it, you can see how each agent has a limited scope. And that's when AI does its magic, when you have very limited problem to solve instead of tons of problems at the same time. And then we have something new we are using today is sequential agent, which is basically our research pipeline with sub-agents as incident reader, impact analyzer, and action planner. And at the end we just launch our pipeline, which is basically our sequential agent. So pipeline is also an agent, and it executes your sub agent in a specific planned manner, which is basically going from first to the last. And at the end we just return the result. So let's try to run this and understand how this works. So let's run our sequential workflow agent. And now we need an incident. So for me, I'm just testing out this made up incident story. You guys can just have a read and paste something of the similar notes. So first we have our incident reader agent, which tells about the service, the symptoms, the timeline. And then you have the impact analyzer, which tells you, like how much it lasts, the error rate, the cause, the recovery, severity assessment, which is something that we handed over as a job to impact analyzer. So it impacts, basically it says hi and provides you a justification as well. And then tells you about the potential customer impact. And at the end, you have your action planner, which give you a primitive actions. And also remember, our last agent generates a ticket as well. So here you go, you have a ticket ID, you have a title and severity. So you can see like how each agent knows what to do and they exactly do their job. So you can just go ahead and read this information. Now, based on the model that you are using, if you're using a premium model from Gemini and OpenAI, you can get more faster results and more accurate or better results. But basically, the idea we are trying to get here is how can we build these sequential agents. And now let's look at another type of agents, parallel agents. So for a change, instead of Olama, now we are using OpenAI. So you can just provide your OpenAI key, base URL, and the model that you want to use. It's same like using Olama, but in Olama you don't need to provide your key and base URL if you are using the default serving. But here you can provide your key if you are just directly calling OpenAI. If you have your proxy, then just use the base URL. And now our agent is an operation analyst, which basically analyzes the operations and stuff. And then we have a data analyst, which is basically just does the data science job. And then we have a risk analyst, which basically focuses on risk analysis. Then we have a parallel agent instead of a sequential agent, and we try to get multiple perspective. And all we do is provide our agents, and now you can see these agents work parallelly instead of sequentially that we saw in the last example. Let's have a demo of this and see how it works. You can use with Olama models as well, but to get better results, you always have to go for better models. So we run our application with the parallel agents, and we need to provide some input. So for me, I'm providing this input, which is basically stating a new system, and then we want to analyze different risk in the system. So we have operation analyst telling us about deployment, scalability, monitoring, incident response, SLAs, reliability. Then we have data analyst telling about data quality and stuff. And then we have risk analysis as well. At the end, you can ask more question. How about quick? basically anything that you want to ask about your protocols, about your system, and you can get the information. But for me, I'll just quit. And lastly, we have another very interesting loop or iterative agents, one of my favorite kind. And right here, we use the same model, but we have a pro debater, which basically you're a strong advocate for the proposal, and proposal is something that we'll be sharing. Basically, present 2, 3 concise arguments and stuff. And then we have a con debater, which basically is a critic. And then we have our sequential agent, which is basically both the agents. And then we have loop agent, which basically has a sub-agent as sequential agent, which has sub-agents as pro and con. And then we have 3 max iterations as allowed. So after 3 iterations, it just breaks out. Pretty interesting concept again. Let's run and observe the change, or how does this agent behave. And we run our iterative or loop agent. And I give a proposal on the adoption of AI workflows. Boom. Let's see. So our pro debater provides some points on the superior performance and reliability, long-term gains, strategic differentiation of cost savings, and then we have a con debater, basically high initial engineering and learning cost, well and good, long-term maintenance, blah blah, and then we have our pro debater providing more points. Again, the con debater trying to catch up with its critic, and then pro debater basically provides 3 more points, and we come to a con debater, and that's basically it. So our basically agent is out, and this is how you can experience building such agents. Try it out on your end. It's pretty straightforward. The point of this video is to introduce you guys to building such agents in Rust, and in a future video we build more complex agents as well. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understand, learn something new. If you do, like the video, share with your friends. I'll get you guys with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye.